Why do you feel betrayed?
I consider him one of my best friends. He's like a brother to me.
Well, tonight we bring you an interview with Curtis Smith, who goes by his middle name Eddie. It's the only time he's done a TV interview about his relationship with Alex Murdaugh. He spoke with our Ann Emerson, smiling, even laughing at points. But that lightheartedness quickly darkened as he talked about a once close relationship with Murdaugh.
I was born in Beaufort, Paris Island, along with both my brothers.
Born in the Low Country with a military background.
I had 6 years in the National Guard, but I don't claim anything veterans, as people need it a whole lot worse than I do.
Eddie says he settled in Colleton County almost 30 years ago, long enough to be well aware of the Murdaugh clan. In fact, Alex Murdaugh was Eddie's attorney when he was in a logging accident that left him permanently disabled.
Had to have 3 discs removed out the back and got rods and screws in every place of them. It's not fun.
According to court documents, Eddie took Oxycontin for the pain.
Talk to me about the pain.
It's an everyday thing. I mean, it's every day. I know it's there all day long.
These days, Eddie says he keeps busy with odd jobs.
I just piddle around the house mainly. People need a little bit of work done, they come by and see me.
And according to Eddie's lawyer, Johnny McCoy, that's just what happened on Old Sakahatchee Road, September 4th, when Alex Murdaugh called. Eddie showed up.
Is Alex somebody that you cared about?
Yeah, I say he's like a brother to me. I'd have done anything in the world for him, almost anyway. It's crushing to know that evidently I mean nothing to nobody, especially him.
He says he feels betrayed.
Why do you feel betrayed?
I consider him one of my best friends. He's like a brother to me.
Do you see the truth out there? Do you see the truth coming forward in this case?
I hope that when it's all said and done, that everybody will wind up being exactly what it's supposed to be.
2 Middle Georgia athletes started a friendship after a tumble on the tracks. I had the chance to speak with the boys and their race to the finish line. In a sport all about speed and passing up competition, stopping is just not an option. However, in a recent race, Dalen Meeks stopped in his tracks after a competitor took a tumble. It was a moment that had onlookers snapping this shot.
We were a quarter of the way done. We were so close to being done. I don't want to just leave him there.
2 teens at odds, leaning on each other towards the finish line. On the left is Dalen Meeks, running for Treutlen County Middle. Aiden Roque, running for Mount DeSales Academy, on the right.
Started off good until around the middle.
Aiden said he started slowing down while Dalen was catching up. Then the two were side by side.
Until I stepped in that hole and I fell and all my weight went on my ankle.
Aiden collapsed on the track.
Because I was crying because I was in so much pain.
Pain Dalen couldn't ignore.
And I didn't want to just leave him there, so I stopped and waited for him to sit there for a minute. And I proceeded to pick him up and help him across the finish line.
At that point, Dalen said he wasn't worried about winning.
I didn't want him to not be able to finish the race because of his ankle, so I wanted to help him at least finish the race.
He stopped, he helped me up, and he let me put most of my pressure onto his arms and ran the last about 300 meters with me to finish the race.
And as I'm running with him, I'm yelling at him you can do this, just finish the race, you're so close.
And they did.
After he said multiple times thank you so much for helping me.
The once competitors turned friends exchanged numbers at the end of the meet, a rare act of sportsmanship neither will soon forget.
I just want to say thank you to Dalen for helping me, even though we didn't really know each other, and for being a good person.
What a great show of sportsmanship. And by the way, Aiden's ankle is doing a lot better after having a few days to rest up. And as for Dalen, he said he would do this all over again if it meant helping someone out.
The edible garden can't really exist without a kudzu management plan because there's such a kudzu problem here.
Managing non-native invasive vegetation like English ivy or kudzu isn't easy, but the city of Asheville has hired the right crew for the job.
In today's Carolina Moment, we introduce you to these hard workers who really are the greatest of all time.
I manage it like a landscaping crew of people, except I leave them overnight, which is a little more stressful. We are at the Edible Garden, or Washington Carver Edible Park, and the kudzu, before we came, was swallowing up a lot of the fruit trees. Come on, goats, let's go. They just heard me saying how good they were. I call myself kind of a steward of the land, and a goat scaper or a goat whisperer is good. I don't like being called goat girl too much. All of our neighbors were saying that they wanted to borrow our goats, and I had kind of a light bulb moment. Oh, instead of just letting them borrow them for free, this could be a business idea. We work with the city and we do 5 parks twice a year. So we help them develop their first ever goatscaping program, and we've been doing it with the city. This is our 3rd year, to manage them organically and get all the invasives under control. They like to eat what's above their heads first. They're foragers. There's no need for chemicals. There's no need for heavy machinery, and it's a lot less dangerous for human crews that would be up and down with weed eaters, that they could fall or get hurt. The goats don't really have trouble on hills like this.
What's it like working with goats?
I love it. They talk a lot less than coworkers. Hey, Louie. What do you think? He's a ham. He likes the camera. He's in charge. He's the smallest one, but he thinks he runs the show. I consider it nature taking care of nature's problem. The best option, I think, I'm a little biased, but the best option, the most gentle option.